Okay, guys, it is like 9 o'clock at night. I am talking in my sleepy voice. My makeup is off. My hair is all messy. I'm in my jammies, so you know what I'm about to say is important. So, for context, I am in a Facebook support group for neurodivergence. Um, Usually, this kind of pertains to those with ADHD and autism, such as myself. We can get into the whole like what is neurotypical, what is neurodivergent conversation later. But for right now, I just want to focus on this one visual that I saw, and I highly believe that the intention behind this visual was good. Like it had good intentions. It just kind of triggered me though, ironically, and I don't know. I just have a problem with it. Wait, let me pull it up. Okay, so here it is. It is I guess it's like a chart, um, or a list. I don't know. Whatever you want. It's a visual. Okay, and it's trying to help us reframe. Okay, so already it's a positive connotation. This is something that I myself do with my clients. I help my clients reframe certain things in order to make it easier for them to understand or to give themselves grace. Whatever. I mean, we can talk about this more in a consultation. So reframing character traits that may be giving to those who are neurodivergent. And just within one glance of this, I already relate to it because I definitely was in the 27 years that I went undiagnosed ADHD and autism. I was called dramatic. I was called impulsive. I was called stubborn. Like I can definitely relate to a good chunk of these negative character traits that are listed on the left side. And while I do appreciate like a more um an offering of a more positive spin on these character traits. Instead of stubborn, you're persistent, or instead of impulsive, you're spontaneous. Um, I just can't help but think this might be setting us back. Like this might be a contribution to why so many people in this day and age are being diagnosed so late in life. It was not uncommon for me to hear things like this growing up. Like I'd always hear from adults, okay, so like the older generations, they would use some of these positive character traits, like, oh, they're just spirited, or oh, she's just very passionate, or oh, she just likes to keep things spicy. She's not impulsive. She just likes to mix things up sometimes. And like, these are like have a more positive ring to it, but it also just kind of invalidates that there might be a problem. And when I say problem, it's like, I mean that somebody has issues regulating their emotions. Like they're not dramatic or passionate. They just cannot express their emotions in a healthy way. They need help. They need counseling. They might need medication. Impulsivity. They're not trying to be impulsive, but they're dopamine seeking. They cannot regulate the dopamine in their brain, so they're constantly bouncing around trying to get that, shot of dopamine, those happy chemicals up. Things that can be solved with medication, like a literal medical intervention. No matter which word you use, I still have ADHD and autism. Whether you think I'm impulsive or spontaneous or stubborn or persistent or dramatic or passionate, I still have ADHD and autism. I still have dopamine seeking behaviors. I still have issues with my emotions. From my perspective, I got my diagnosis at 27. So I was pushing 3 decades trying to figure out what the heck was going on with me. I could not, for the life of me, understand why things were not working out for me, but were working out for my friends and family. Okay, like I was trying to blend in, do what I was told, and I would still be falling short. And my clients have had very similar experiences. I coach adults. So these are millennials, Gen Zs. I mean, I'm going to throw that in. I was born in 97, so there's like a little debate on whether I'm Gen Z or millennial, but whatever. In my mind, Gen Z, millennials, Gen X, I think is the next. Even some boomers I've conversed with, they've had similar experiences. 9 times out of 10, especially for women, but I have talked to some men who were diagnosed later in life, but 9 times out of 10, people in these generations did not receive their diagnosis until adulthood because of things like this. Oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just spirited. Newsflash. Your personality is not linked to your biology. So if you want to change your personality, you can consciously change it. Neurodivergent disorders such as ADHD and autism are related to your biology. So you cannot consciously change it. You cannot magically cure it. So using subjective character traits to describe someone who is neurodivergent is really setting us back like 50 years back. Yeah, so that was my personal take on it. I'm actually curious. Comment your thoughts.